Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. CIG have been working towards Tier 1 and Tier 2 of item recovery. I want to talk about that because it's going to have some pretty major changes coming to the game. Item recovery is connected to respawning and recovery of your loot, giving you a lot less faff as a player. Item recovery Tier 0 was introduced in Star Citizen Alpha 4.1 at the end of March 2025. It allows you to respawn with all your gear that's equipped to you when you got taken down. You're ready to go, minus anything that you had in your pockets or backpack. It also fuses everything that was equipped to you, so your armor, your weapons, to your body. That can't be looted either. Again, people can root around in your pockets, in your backpack, they can grab those items. And the idea here is that you don't have to worry about losing items. You can get back into the action much quicker. A lot of people didn't want to wear some of the loot that they had found because they were worried about losing it. And that's not really how they want the game to be played. This is also a solution for players that were resetting their accounts to get back their concierge or rare items. There's obviously a load of benefits to CIG from that players don't have to do an account reset, they don't have to put a ticket in. There's a lot more variety and expression in players when they're actually playing the game. Potentially players are less trigger happy, and it gets you playing the game more rather than re-equipping your stuff and that sort of jazz. However, this is all temporary, and CIG want loss, insurance, death of a spaceman, all to motivate actions. CIG also want a viable path for piracy, because not being able to loot the body very much means that you're not going to be getting much as a pirate, and they do want a, as I said, viable route for that. Item recovery Tier 1 goes a load further, expanding out to ships and adding insurance. And it looks like Tier 1 might be pretty close to release, though that's more of an I reckon than a confirmation. CIG have been working on item recovery and mention it regularly in forum posts and monthly reports. It also ties in nicely to potential medical gameplay updates they appear to have planned for Alpha 4.3.1, if I understand correctly. But yeah, we don't have a date for Tier 1 item recovery. I do expect it soon, but let me explain what's actually in there using CIG's own words and then talk about a bit more context behind that. Tier 1 will introduce the ability to register your gear and ships at kiosks or ASOP terminals. Players can register their equipped items, their personal loadout, which can be reclaimed for a fee at specific kiosks or freight elevators. Ships, along with their loadouts, decorations, and locker contents, can also be registered. They can then be reclaimed in the state they were previously registered at ASOP terminals for a price. Now, at Tier 1 and in general, I'm not sure if that will also include cargo. Maybe you'll be able to insure cargo, maybe it'll be a different system. Please tell me in the comments below if you are, actually being able to insure cargo seems great, that's a great idea, or no, that's a terrible idea, that will damage the economy. What do you think? Looting and bricked items. Once an item is looted, so someone grabs your weapon or your armor, it remains usable until the original owner reclaims it or marks it as stolen. At that point, a dead man switch is activated, meaning it will cease to function after a period of time. So not instantly, but armor that you're wearing of someone else will suddenly go beep, 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 and 24 hours later, it can't be used anymore. While a looted or stolen bricked item is no longer usable, you can still sell them for credits. Pledge items are auto-registered, so if you've bought something with real money, if it's appearing basically on the RSI website, they are auto-registered, they never lose their registration status, they can always be claimed back, even if they were not manually registered. So that sounds like all pledge items have a base level of insurance. They basically have like a light level of lifetime insurance, which is interesting, right? I assume that you're going to have to spend some in-game credits to recover these items, but how does lifetime insurance differ from that? I expect that it covers the base level of your ship without any upgrades or changes at a cheaper price when you recover it, or free when you recover it. Again, I'm super interested to know what you think in the comments below, how that's going to be handled, and do you expect different levels of insurance covering different levels of gear and cargo, things like that earlier? Or is it just going to be a snapshot of your ship in the future and it goes, well, this is the insurance level for that snapshot to be given back to you exactly as is? This video is sponsored by Tobii Eye Tracker 5s. They're on sale at the moment. It's Tobii's 24th anniversary, and to celebrate, you can use my link below to get 20% off until the 20th of September. Do you want high-precision head and eye tracking that's natively supported in Star Citizen? If the answer is yes or maybe, well, you can catapult your immersion and control to the next level by grabbing yourself one. Look, aim, react more freely, give yourself more options in ships, vehicles, and while on foot, just while playing the game, I suppose. And there are features like camera boost, which is a bit like mouse acceleration for your head and eyes, but actually really useful. It enables you to check around more easily, tracking an enemy fighter that's to the side of you, or looking out a window, or enabling you to check over your shoulder. The Tobii Eye Tracker 5 also supports a variety of other games and features, and there is also a sweepstake going on at the same time that you can get involved with. Buy one now. What do you have to lose other than the money you spent on buying it? I see the issue. You'll probably like it. Links below. Anyway, going back to Tier 1 item recovery, you will no longer respawn with your preserved gear already equipped. Markedly different from now. You will need to visit a location, such as your freight elevator, to reclaim your registered items. They are developing a quality of life feature to allow you to re-equip your previous full loadout with one auto-equip button at this location as well. So yeah, freight elevator, you take off from that location anyway, right? It's not going to slow you down much, but it does give a little bit more choice and admin before you go out again. Also noted here is, additionally, with the implementation of Tier 1, our current plan is to remove the ability to backspace out of dangerous scenarios as a way to retain gear. Well, that's obvious anyway, right? Like, if you backspace out, you'll have to go through the process of reclaiming it anyway. So yeah, that's quite a big change for Tier 1 item recovery over what we've got at the moment. It means if a player's found a rare item at a location, they've found a rare weapon and they put it in their hands, if they haven't registered that, then when they get downed or whatever, someone can loot that from them and it can't be bricked. So yeah, Tier 1, I actually think we're going to see it sooner rather than later. I think we're going to see it real soon, within the next couple of months, at least by the end of the year. We've also got Tier 2 item recovery, which Cloud Imperium again working towards. So after Tier 1's out, this will allow you to restore bricked items for a price. So looting and bricked items. Once an item is looted, you'll have the option to sell it, dismantle it for crafting materials, or restore it with the potential cost of crafting materials and credits to make it your own. This system creates a viable path for piracy, allowing you to claim another person's belongings if you take the necessary steps to legitimize ownership. If an item had a cosmetic applied, restoring it will remove the cosmetic in the process. So I believe this is also going to be ships as well. Ships effectively will be bricked after a certain amount of time, and you can actually make them your own. If you have enough crafting materials or you pay enough, you can actually register that ship as a real ship. You can expect Tier 1 and Tier 2 item recovery to be a bit more developed since CIG had originally talked about it, and probably start to connect to insurance and medical gameplay and lots of other stuff that they've got planned in the not too distant future, but are relatively important parts of Star Citizen 1.0. I say relatively, I mean they're essential for it because it won't be released to 1.0 until all of these things are in. Boom! That's it for your updates today on item recovery and the plans for that. I'm super excited for it. Are you super looking forward to Tier 1, or does it not actually provide much gameplay that you're interested in? Or are you like, actually, Tier 2, great, that gives pirates reasons to be pirates, and I can be much more aware of exactly what they're looking for and how they can do it? Are you a pirate looking for reasons to actually do piracy and actually make a living doing that in game? Whatever your thoughts or questions, chuck it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Also, something you should do below, click on the links to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. You don't need to go to that address. You can just click the link, get a big discount on NordVPN, which will help you get better security, privacy, and accessibility of the interwebs. I use NordVPN. You might want to use it too. Click the links, help support the channel. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for this month of September we are giving away an RSI Apollo Triage, a medium-sized flying medical clinic. It also comes with lifetime insurance and access to Star Citizen with a game package. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during this month of September. If you would like to further support the channel, please remember to like, share, subscribe, watch my other videos on the channel for everything Star Citizen related. There's a load of useful links below as well to a load of stuff that I support or support me in some way with like NordVPN and all that sort of jazz, Game Glass, loads of cool stuff. But also, you could clickety-click on the join button under my videos to help support the channel even more by giving a little bit of money. Oh, isn't that good? Get a load of exclusive little bonuses as well. Or you can use Patreon to do pretty much the same thing, whatever you fancy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great September, and I'll see you in the verse.